This time of war draws to a close. A new generation of heroes returns to civilian life. We'll keep slashing that backlog so our veterans receive the benefits they've earned and our wounded warriors receive the health care, including the mental health care that they need.
That promise to America's veterans earned President Obama a standing ovation during his State of the Union address. But when an American Legion group recently tried to make sure that that promise was being kept, the president's own Veterans Affairs Department reportedly stood in the way. Pete Hegseth is an Iraq and Afghanistan war veteran and CEO of Concerned Veterans for America. Pete, good to see you. So the American Legion goes around to the various VAs to make sure what's happening with the benefits, where do they stand, how are the claims being processed, and what happened in Seattle?
Correct. They went to Seattle with an action team to review the benefits process. It's something they've been doing for 15 years. The American Legion does it. And for whatever reason, they were obstructed. They were not willing to meet with the proper officials, review the proper paperwork, and they weren't able to do the work they've been doing for a long time. Now, Seattle's a department that's had some problems. They've got a wait time of over 300 days just to get a response. There's 25,000 veterans in Seattle waiting. And the Department of Veterans Affairs is desperate. They're overwhelmed. Their backs are against the wall. And I think they're pushing back and trying to prevent anyone that would expose the fact that the backlog isn't getting better and they're still failing veterans.
There was an email from that Seattle department from Allison Hickey, who's the undersecretary at the VA, who came right out and said, I cannot support these trips from the American Legion into the Seattle office. And we've got it right here, which says, I can't support these trips for now. So she didn't let them come in. The American Legion, which services vets, came out and said, this is outrageous. Like, this is exactly what we're supposed to be doing. And now Congress is saying, we're going to have a member of our team go with the American Legion every time they go to try to do their job and make sure these vets are being protected. It's come to this. I mean, what is the administration doing to make sure that the benefits get paid and the backlog gets resolved?
Well, they're giving big speeches, but they're not fixing any problems. They're holding no one accountable at the Department of Veterans Affairs. The director of the regional facility in Seattle couldn't get fired if they wanted to fire them because there is no accountability. It's impossible to fire employees. Thank goodness Chairman Jeff Miller, Republican from Florida, who's the chair of the House VA committee, has been focused like a laser beam on this problem of the backlog. He's the one that sent the letter to the administration. He's the one calling out the VA secretary for this lack of accountability, for lack of progress. The administration wants to paper it over. They want to cover it up. They may want to make everyone think veterans are being served. But you go out and talk to veterans in Seattle or elsewhere, they know there's problems, medical facilities, backlogs, and wait times. And so Allison Hickey, General Shinseki, and other people at the VA are trying to push away exposure of this problem to try to say everything is okay here. It's not okay. Veterans are being underserved. They're waiting for years in many circumstances, and it's a damn shame.
Pete, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Megan.